Hopefully there will be some relief weather-wise soon to help with the wildfire response.
Unfortunately, it does not look like that. The burn ban, of course, into effect until further notice because of the forecast. Gusty winds, dry air, and of course, all the brush vegetation, not only just left over from Helene, but remember, folks, we're in severe weather season now as we enter further and further into March, April, and early May, which also means that we actually see more debris, more brush on the ground because of the fact that a storm comes through and causes those debris issues, things like that. So even if it's just something as simple as, trees being ripped up, things of that nature. If you look really closely in the upper right-hand portion of your screen, you can see a little bit of smoke action. That's that fire right now burning in portions there of Caldwell and Burke counties. Radar not necessarily picking up on that one, but radar actually can pick up on fires. A lot of times it's something that we do watch when we're under that elevated fire danger risk. Can't talk today, but they really have to be really tall and reach those higher levels of the atmosphere. So not seeing any in the mountains right now, but actually the ones in Polk County, you can very clearly see this. What's interesting, and one of the ways that we know that it's a fire, is notice that this is only pushing this way is because we have northwesterly winds. When we have any kind of radar indication that it's actually rain, not only is it moving, but it's not only pushing into one spot. So that, of course, just north there of Highway 74 there in Polk County. And this is the area I was mentioning earlier. It does look like there are indications based on satellite and radar data that there might be a fire, or at least some kind of smoke sparking near Table Rock State Park there over the border there in South Carolina. That's just to the south and west. You can see that same signature being picked up, and even air now is picking up on some smoke in that area. So stay with WCNC Charlotte. We'll continue to bring you updates here throughout the show, and of course online and on WCNC Plus. Tomorrow's forecast again looks great. I mentioned this in the newscast last night. Everything when it comes to the forecast can sometimes, or not everything, sometimes the forecast can be relative. So for folks dealing with the fires, it is not a great weekend, but for folks trying to get outside and not impacted, it can be. So we always want to kind of give both sides there of the forecast. So it will be a really nice day once again tomorrow. Winds will be calmer, which will help slightly, but unfortunately, based on the lack of rain and the fact that we just have so much vegetation, I don't think it'll be a significant relief for firefighters. Highs, though, once again reaching the mid-70s with abundant sunshine. So similar forecast to today, just take away some of those higher wind gusts. Next chance for rain does arrive on Monday, but it is not going to be a lot. Few showers briefly pushing into the mountains just after midnight. This will be mainly in the Charlotte metro area between about 7 and 9. And again, it's just rain. It is not storm activity, and it's nothing significant, and it's pretty much out of here by 12 o'clock, which is good news. Again, if you're trying to get out and about on Monday, not necessarily good news, though, for those still fighting the fires, as this is not going to be any sort of relief. And with the warm conditions and the sunshine, it's not just the fact that fire danger index goes up, so does our pollen index. We are well within to that very high, if not extreme category over the next few days, and this could potentially only get worse as we head further and further into March, since April and May actually see the highest tree pollen level, so we're not even at the peak yet. On Monday morning, also with those showers coming in your Guy Roofing 7-day forecast, there will also be some breezy conditions too, which again, none of that really helps the fire situation. Next frontal boundary is pretty dry, but it comes through Thursday, briefly drying us out, but that's why the aches and pains will be a little bit higher by the end of the week.